on here. Okay, I have a quick message for you guys. I'm not going to be on here long. And yeah, this is basically talking about something that you're going through right now. And you embody the unexplainable. Okay, whoever I'm speaking to, you are realizing your authenticity is the essence of your power. Okay, again, whoever I'm speaking to, your authenticity is the essence of your power. So don't bother trying to change anyone. Be honest with yourself about whatever the reality is, okay, of the situation or the person or the environment that you're dealing with. Just be honest with yourself, like, this is what it is. I can't turn an apple into an orange. I can't turn, somebody that doesn't want to commit into the soulmate. There's a realization that you guys are coming to about yourself, and you are really tapped into your spirituality right now. You're really just tapped in, tuned in, and you're trying to stay. It's hard for you at this time to really stay on that path because devil energy is coming in and trying to trip you up, trying to trigger you, trying to kick up dirt, and trying to bring you memories or flashbacks of, I don't know, certain things of like shadow work that you've been trying to work through or that you've already worked through, inner child healing that you've already worked through. So what I wrote down for you guys is stay calm. Okay, I'm literally hopping on here just to tell you guys, stay calm. Don't be triggered by those around you when you are the one that is tapped in. You don't have to explain to them. You don't need to over expound. You're really going to be maneuvering a certain way because you just don't want to be bothered right now. Okay, whatever realizations you guys are coming to, you just don't want to be bothered. And I'm getting that there's literal goblins coming, so stay on your throne. Okay, these goblins, these Decepticons, whoever these people are, they're coming in to trip you up, to get you up off of your throne, just to throw you off your game. And what you're going to be doing is realizing fear is an illusion. You are divinely protected. You are highly protected. It might get annoying that you're so highly protected to you, because you get so much rejection. Okay, you guys deal with so much rejection, and it might be really frustrating because you know it's for your protection. You're like, okay, I see that this is what it is. So what you're going to be doing is looking at fear like it is an illusion. You're choosing love today, and you are choosing to forgive yourself and to forgive others, but not before you sprinkle on some truth, depending on the person, depending on the situation. So you're really trying to, I don't know, if you guys are dealing with hypocrisy, if you guys are dealing with people gaslighting you, it depends on how close they are to you. If you're going to kind of hold up the mirror of, this is what you're doing, this is what you're showing me, you might not even really respond, but by saying, this is the mirror. Do you know what I mean? Look, take a good look at yourself. You're telling these goblins or people that you love that are acting like goblins, like, here's the mirror, take a good look. Don't know who you're talking to, probably not talking to me. And you're trying to stay in this space of the Holy Spirit, you being the master manifester, because you are seeing and visualizing everything that you've ever desired is unfolding. But what has to interrupt the program? Interrupting the program, interrupting the peace, is those that are hating, those that haven't done the work, those that aren't standing in their authenticity, those that are passive aggressive with you. And so you are going to be making a choice. There is something that you committed to prior, a job, a situation, environment, and you're kind of on the fence right now. You're like, I don't know if I still commit to that, but because these people, maybe they're not getting on your nerves. I feel like there's a bunch of different situations that you're dealing with because you're just looking at everybody differently right now. You're really trying. So yeah, again, there's a prior commitment that hasn't been looking, um, wait. Oh wait, there's a prior commitment you're going to be looking at that hasn't been consistent. Okay, so there's something that you're dealing with right now that has not been consistent. And maybe you're realizing that you've been sugarcoating or gaslighting yourself that has been consistent. Okay, or that somebody has been treating you fairly, or that somebody has been treating you with respect. There is a prior commitment that you are looking at, like, okay, this behavior or things that I'm dealing with, I need to stand on the fact that I'm authentic. That is my essence. That is how I call back my power. So you are just not handing out pearls. You are not dealing with swine. You are not dealing with goblins. You are not handing out your power. So you're just trying to stay in this space of the spirit, but it's really hard right now because there's so much chaos around you. Okay, whoever I'm speaking to, you're like, "Ugh, what is happening right now?" Okay, you guys could literally be seeing train wrecks, hot mess express everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, everyone is in a state of emergency or a state of panic, and you're like, you just found your flow. Okay, you guys just found your flow, so you're like, I don't want to be bothered with this train wreck. I've already been on that ride. I'm good. So expect delays in unexpected places, but not delays that are really going to affect you too badly. It's just like all the justice unfolding around you. So let's say you're on your way home and you get stuck in traffic for an hour. It might be a good time for you to just be by yourself, to not have to deal with children, to not have to deal with your job, to not have to answer the phone. So you're looking at the positive of these delays, but you are kind of annoyed. You're working on the goblins, things that are goblins in your life, and you're getting back to a better path. Okay, so you're tapping into the fact that you're a skilled person. And just as you're trying to get excited, like, oh my gosh, like I'm unfolding or I'm unlocking all of this magic, and now I got to deal with this goblin over here and this little situation over there. And it could really be getting under your skin. God has given you a skill, an ability, and there's a lot of construction in your life, whether it is metaphoric or physical. You guys are seeing a lot of construction. You guys feel like you're under construction, and you are learning how to detach from your desires. You are learning how, the people that are really reliant on you, they might not like how you're detaching, and so they might be acting some sort of way, but you're like, I'm gonna keep my head down, because if I listen to this, and that, I'm really gonna come up out of my seat. So you're trying to figure out a way to just hold up the mirror. Like, this is you. Oh my gosh, look how dumb you're acting. Maybe go mind your business. That type of ish. And it's like the devil is calling on you guys, like, come worship me. Come frolic with the goblins. You're like, I don't want to do that. I've come so far. And some of the things that are being thrown your way are to make you feel small, are to make you feel like you don't got it together. But what people are really bothered about you right now is that they're haunted by you. They don't really have any facts about you because you're so private. They don't really know. They just make stuff up. And it's trash day every day of the week for you. A lot of them are looking for dirt, and you could care less. You're like, have fun with that. Here's a shovel, because you'll find nothing. And you're seeing so many people at the flip of a dime or at the flip of a switch just go off the rails. And you're like, what would God do? What would the universe do? What would these people do if the Holy Spirit was really in their home or their heart? Would they just act like a whole trash can? And you're really trying to come up out of situations like that. You're trying to walk away from people that are energy vampires, people that are working on themselves, not because you're trying to judge them, but you're just like, I just don't have time for my energy being siphoned. And everywhere you look, you see people that are being ignorant. You see people that are misinformed. They're not acquainted with the facts. They are welcoming all that the devil will give them. They don't care about working on themselves. And sometimes you guys feel like this isn't fair. You feel like the rules just aren't fair. And sometimes justice doesn't unfold fast enough. And I understand that. I understand how frustrating that can be when you guys are dealing with terrible parents or a terrible boss or a terrible partner. And you're like, these rules aren't fair. I'm treating people with love, kindness, and respect, and I would like to get that in return. You feel like, especially these narcissists, are always getting away with certain things, or uh, just being able to run amok, and you're just so over it. And so I have the Seven of Candles, David and Goliath. People slept on you. They underestimated you. They underestimated your size, or your thinking that they could get access like that. They've learned over time that they just can't. You are a vault. And all of this stuff that's been going on around you is only making you like lock up the vault more. But it's frustrating to you because you're trying to be forgiving, you're trying to be open, but you're just like on this fence. So you're trying to find your compass because you're like, I'm not trying to get derailed. I'm just trying to figure out the way. And you come up against me with the sword, and I come up against you in the Lord, in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God, and the armies whom you have defied. You guys come up against evil every day. Every day. And you just want to be around people that are positive and uplifting, but I don't know, as the seer, these things are amplified to you right now. So you might be speaking a certain way, but I feel like the way that you're speaking is very charismatic, or people aren't expecting you to have a certain amount of knowledge when you're speaking on either things in your industry, things on the work front, um, things in the economy, things going on politically. Like, people are not expecting you to know these things. So you are teaching people. You are a natural leader. When everyone else is abusing their power, you are that natural leader. You are this unexplainable force where people are really drawn to you right now. They're really drawn to your light and how magnetic you are, how smart you are. You are unexplainable to everyone that is drawn to you. And plus the things that you've been manifesting, bestie, like, you are watching the magic unfold, and then you also have to watch a whole train wreck on the side. So you could just try to take it one day at a time. And the next 24 hours, I feel like a lot of this is unfolding right now because we're ending this full moon, we're in the solar eclipse. Like, there's a lot of people in their feelings, and just like, I don't know, because your feelings are amplified, because your intuition is amplified, you might be getting annoyed. You might need more rest than normal. Okay, just this week. Okay, just this week. Hi guys. Welcome in. You guys might need, yeah, I'm getting strength. You are going to need more rest, more sleep, more relaxation, more meditation, more time to yourself. This is going to be so important this week because you will get upset. Okay, you're finally starting your new season. There, you can see and smell this powerful wealth transfer, this transfer of prosperity, and you're going to have to sleep a little bit more. You're going to have to rest a little bit more. You're going to have to chill a little bit more because everything is so amplified. Your eyes are having to adjust. Okay, your eyes are having to adjust to all the blessings that are unfolding. You are really trying to stay tapped into the spirit of, like, the Holy Spirit, whatever you feel makes you pure of heart. You are really trying to stay tapped into that. And these people, they didn't understand that they couldn't keep you trapped if they tried. And because you guys have choices, because you have options, because you have discipline or the gravitas, and I haven't talked to them about that in a while. The gravitas is an ancient Roman virtue, which is meaning you have the strength, you have the seriousness, you have the vigor to carry certain things out where most people would just speak about it, pretend about it. And that's why you are not to let these people just swoop you up off of your throne because they're trying to trigger you. They're just straight goblins. Don't don't engage. And that's going to be really hard. You're going to have to laugh it off. You're going to have to disengage. You're going to have to walk away because it's like you're holding this magic wand right now and everyone can see like, dang, that's unexplainable. They're in their power. They're so magnetic. I need that freaking wand. It's like the Oz movie. They keep thinking like, oh, this person will unalive if we take her wand. Let them try that. Okay, let them try that. You guys have built whatever you guys have been working on over time. So whoever's trying to come up and take this commitment that you've made, or I don't know what this is. You guys will know what this is. But you hold a lot of magic in all situations. Oh, that's good, Star. Congratulations on your new job. I know that this message is for a lot of people in recovery with being a hothead. And Spirit is saying, you guys are going to have to eat more than you normally eat. You're going to have to sleep more than you normally sleep because your body is going through a shift. Your spirit, it's like your spirit is going through a shift. And everything is just like louder, faster, stronger, more vibrant. And your eyes and your spirit needs to adjust. So it's okay for you guys to take a step back from people. I'm seeing you guys kind of relocate temporarily. This kind of reminds me of you just being tired of people and then what's the word? Like going to a hotel. This might not be permanent, but in your mind, you're like, I am disconnected. Okay. Because you're trying to figure out the way towards what you want, the life that you want, so you can stay on the vibration that you want. But some of you guys are used to not getting a lot of sleep. Some of you guys are used to not only eating once a day. And you're going to be realizing that eating more things that don't have chemicals in it, eating things that, I don't know, you guys could have just found out like things that are in fast food. You might be like, I can eat anything and I don't gain weight. That's for somebody, that's what I'm channeling. But what you're starting to realize is those things don't raise your vibration. They have 20 or more man-made chemicals in it. They feed the cows or whatever with drugs or steroids to make them grow. And then they put things in there to make us addicted. Okay, anything that is of that vibration to you, because I mean it as a metaphor too, you're not dealing with it. You're like, well, I used to like Chick-fil-A and I'll not never eat it again. Whether it's Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, McDonald's, and it could be heartbreaking because you could be like, I don't even eat fast food that often. But there's things that you're dealing with, certain programmings, whether it's food, fast food, or people that want to keep you addicted. They want to keep you tethered. Okay, so you guys have a friend doing this, like, oh, I don't care if I'm up, down, and I need you all the time. I need you to stay tethered to me, whether it's food that doesn't make you feel the greatest. It's like, I need you to stay tethered to me. You are breaking free. Affirm it below. I am breaking free. You are seeing now in a very amplified way what keeps you tethered, what keeps you down, what keeps you trapped, what takes away the spirit of the Holy Ghost, or what keeps you in that vibration. You are tapping into your evolution and you're following the signs and you're listening to the guidance that you're being given. And yeah, you're following the negative signs that you're getting and you're following the positive signs. Like, oh, I know I didn't see that for no reason. That was not a coincidence. So whatever prior commitment that you've been looking at with a friend, a lover, a job, a family, they haven't been consistent in your life. You have been consistent, but whoever you're dealing with hasn't been consistent. And you vibrate at a level of high, of pure of heart. So as you're trying to bring these high vibrations in and the Holy Spirit, devil energy is trying to break you and trying to bring up or kick up old trauma or old versions of you. So stay on the high road. Keep taking the high road because that's where your throne is. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Keep taking the high road because that is where your throne is. A lot of people are in awe of you. So remember that when they're acting a certain way or they're like tugging on your energy, like they're in awe. And you are learning boundaries like never before. As you start this new chapter of your life, you're really tapping into your strength. So you're going to be unapologetic about having certain discipline, having certain routines. Some of you guys are going to be waking up early or earlier. You're going to be sleeping more. You're going to be eating healthier foods. You're going to be even eating more. Something in your life is about to end for now. I don't know who needs to hear that. I keep getting now, temporary, taking out the trash. Maybe it'll reappear. It depends because you're just going to hold up the mirror. Like, this is who I am. Why would I put up with this? And you're just going to hold it up. How do you like me now? Okay. Affirm it below. How do you like me now? Okay. Hold on, guys. Okay, so there is good news coming in as you guys deal with these goblins in your life, these shadows, these parts of your ego that you're shedding. You might want to, you feel like the more you have to deal with the goblins, the more you're on the verge of tears or a breakdown, and you're reminding yourself of who you are. Like David and Goliath, you're like, yeah. Affirm it below. I slay giants daily. Okay, I slay giants daily. You guys have peace and harmony coming in, and you're not bowing down to this negative energy that's consuming everyone around you. Okay, I'm going to say it again. You are not bowing down to this negative energy. Like the devil's like, oh, just come this way. I'll give you everything you've ever wanted. So some people are acting like this in your life, and you see this and you're just like, why would I put up with that? They're like, yeah, stay tethered to me, addicted to me. I'll give you everything you've ever wanted. You're like, I can get it on my own. I can literally get this on my own. So, and even if you did need the help, you wouldn't want it from them. I'm going to say that again. Even if you did need the help, you wouldn't take it because you don't like anything with a string attached. People are really intimidated of you right now because you have this balance that you didn't have before. You have this balance of being the sun and the moon, okay? This is what you guys are putting down, and people don't know what to do. It's unexplainable to them. How can they be so masculine but so feminine? I don't understand. Affirm it below. I am unexplainable. You are unexplainable, undeniable, and you are the high priestess. You have a lot of wisdom, and you are learning, like, I have all this wisdom. I have a testimony. I have all of this truth, but I'm not going to waste it on that person. I'm just going to show them the mirror, which might show them the door. It depends on what they see. Okay, we have the 10 of Cups. You're like, this is what I'm tapping into. I'm taking the high road. So affirm it below. I am taking the high road. This is my throne. How do you like me now? Okay. How do you like me now? So what else do we have for you guys? You're going through this awakening, realizing that there's a lot of love that you can bring towards yourself, whether your family's upside down, your relationships are upside down. You're seeing that some of these things are happening for a reason. You're learning to slow down, because there's like this quality time that you really want with yourself or your loved ones to mend and repair things. What does this say? He will be a joy and delight to you, and many will rejoice because of his birth. There is something being birthed in your life. Now, you could actually be getting pregnant, or if you're not, be careful, but there is something being birthed in your life that is bringing you great joy. And there's all these little like thieves of joy coming in, trying to disrupt your plan. Okay. You guys always have a plan, is what I'm hearing. And when people try to disrupt it, you might feel like you're going to malfunction. So you're trying to learn a better way to make every step count, to stick to your core beliefs. But you are finally at that place where you understand your divine feminine energy and your divine masculine energy. You are graduating from this lesson. You are bringing in peace and harmony. You are going to be singing more, laughing more, dancing more. In fact, you started this today, and it's got some people feeling some type of way. So let me give you guys an example. Say you're in a place of work. You are going to go in at certain times or do things a certain way, so you don't have to engage with these people as much. Does that make sense? Like, you're going to be looking for ways to not engage with certain people because they don't bring anything great into your life. They try to embarrass you. They try to mimic you. They try to shame you. And then they try to copy you, and you're like, I just can't, because it's at an all-time high and it's amplified. You're just like, I don't have time for this, whatever this is. So remember that everything that you're doing has roots, and these people aren't acquainted with the facts. Okay? Everything that you're doing is about your authority, your essence, your power, your love, your light, and it is unlocking more than ever. Okay, whatever it is that you guys have been trying to manifest for a long time is coming in because you're looking for the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You are the unexplainable walking wish fulfilled. So you're like, okay, if I want this thing over here, say it's a car, and you're like, I just want a car to get me from point A to point B. What are you going to imagine? What are you going to be feeling? Oh, that feeling of not having to take the subway, that feeling of not having to take the light rail or having to take the bus or having to Uber, that feeling of just being able to get the keys and go, and the happiness that that would bring you. So whatever you guys are dealing with, you're like, you're acting as if you already have these things. And of course, devil energy is like, look over here, look over here, look at this train wreck over here. And you're like, no, there's a mirror. F off with all of that noise. I don't have time. Okay, I don't have time. You guys are getting a new opportunity, but devil energy is trying to swallow you whole. Devil energy wants you in distress and wants to remind you of times that you've lost everything, or that to remind you of times where you've been in like severe famine, or just things have just been dry or dusty or stagnant. He said, in my distress, I called to the Lord, and he answered me. From deep in the realm of the dead, I called for help, and you listened to my cry. You guys have not forgotten what it's like to be here. Okay? And there are some people trying to come up on your street, in your zip code, whatever, and you are about to tell them, I did not go through all of this for nothing. I have been here. Okay? I've been rattered, tattered, and reborn. I am in spiritual recovery. I'm in financial recovery. I'm getting closer to God, closer to the divine. So if you are here to muck things up, you got another thing coming. So if you're going to be about it or be around me, you better maneuver a certain way, or I'm going to tell you about yourself. Okay, I am going to tell you about yourself if you think you're going to be in my environment. I don't know who needs to hear that. That could be family that you're dealing with. Somebody doesn't, it's somebody that's already in your life. They might not necessarily want to reconcile, but they want to be like near you, and you're telling them the rules of the game. You're like, oh, you want to be closer to me? Well, this is what is important to me. And if you can't even act like that's important to you, then stay on your side of the street. Okay, stay on your side of the street and mind your business. But you're going to see an increase in your earnings, bestie. Affirm it below. I am seeing unexplainable increases everywhere I go. Okay, I am seeing unexplainable increases everywhere I go. So it might seem like they're unexplainable, but you know, like, and if other people knew, like, these goblins are coming at you sideways, and if they really knew what you were making, if they really knew all the stuff that you had going on, they would be off the rails, off the chart. And thank you, Jess. Hi, Kaylin. Yes, everything you do has staying power, Star. Absolutely. Thank you, Healing Tarot. Yes, I am seeing unexplainable increases. So to these other people, they would not want to give you the credit like, oh, it's their light, it's their heart, it's all of these things that make them pure. That's why they're getting these unexplainable increases. They have a pretty good idea. They just don't want to give you the credit, and that's fine. This is all to give you incentive to keep going. So affirm it below. I see the incentive before me. I will keep going. Okay, you are seeing the incentive before you, and you will keep going. And these unexpected increases, you're like, oh my gosh, this is because I'm vibing high. I'm being myself. I'm being my funny, witty, like you have a certain banter to you. And every time you're really in that vibration of just being snarky and, sassy, and also while showing that you're a great leader, showing that you're really informed, there's like a way that you guys inform people that they're not expecting. Okay, so like people might make a comment like, this economy, and you're like, boom, boom, bam. And then you're like, yeah, that's what's really going on. And they're like, what? What did they just say to me? Riddle me what? Do you know what I mean? Like, people would be like, yeah, this climate change, da 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 da. And you're like, you spit like five facts, and then their head is spinning. These people, they just say things, but they don't really have the facts like that, but you do. So you're getting really funny with it. Does that make sense? You guys are getting really funny with the facts that you have. You are tapping into your authenticity. You are unlocking this spirit that makes you feel alive. And that is why you are getting this unexpected money that keeps coming in. I'm telling you guys, especially if you're in sales or the service industry, you're not going to know how you made so much money this quarter. Okay, if you look at it in a 3-4 month span, you're going to be like, how did I make that? How did I just get that? Wait, what? And it's because of what you're unlocking. It's because of what you're believing in. It's because of what you're letting go of. It's because you know that fear is an illusion, and no matter who wins the election or how the economy plays out, you just know you're going to be good. Because how many of you are good right now, despite the way that things are unfolding in the world? You're still doing okay. Like, you're still getting income. You still have a job. You have more things than others, and you're really humbled by that and grateful and generous. Yes, riddle me what? But yeah, you guys are not expecting to have such a good quarter. So like this season is definitely gonna I don't know if it's going to only be 3-4 months, but in this 3-4 month span, you're really going to be unlocking a lot of prosperity. Ace of Pentacles, so new opportunities. And I feel like it's people seeing you differently too. They're like, oh, shoot, I don't ever have access to them. I don't ever get to see them like that. So I want to shower them with generosity. I want to shower them with money because I want them to know that I do appreciate them. So you're going to be seeing money from your clients, your subscribers, your followers, your whoever you guys deal with. You're going to be seeing an increase in that. And you could be like, bestie, it was such a slow day today. Say you sell cars, okay? And you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't sold any cars this month. And then somebody comes in and they want a fleet of vehicles and they only want it from you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of energy that's unfolding. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not just going to be this little trap bird freaking out. I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to be my normal, charming self. I'm standing in my authenticity. This is the essence of who I am. And then boom, starting this week, you are seeing crazy things unfold that you're like, oh my gosh, I need to do more of that. What was I doing again? Okay, what was I doing again? Because I need to be doing more of that. And you were starting to see like, dang, I was worried. I let go of the worry because I know that I'm going to be fine. I know that God is watching over me. And as you guys know that God is watching over you, if you pray, really pray for others to find God or to find their spirituality or to be able to find forgiveness in their heart, because not everybody is in that mode. And I really pray for them to be there, because some people are still in their victimhood and they're like, this is what happens to me all the time. Then they attract more and more and more and more. But at the same time, everyone has their own path, their own karma, their own judgment. But we can, as a collective, pray for more people to come to the side of the light, because there's so much bad in this world. And I really want you to see how the universe and how God is looking after you. There's nothing like, if you turn on the news, you're like, I'm only 4 blocks from all of that. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, but I'm safe. How is that so? You can't do anything but be grateful. Like, really, really take a moment to marinate in the fact that there is chaos all around you. And some of you haven't even had to move states yet or move countries. So are you going to let these goblins come in and get you all huffed and puffed and up out of your seat when you have overcome so much? You know what I mean? So that could really be, you guys could really be in awe of that right now. The fact that there is so much chaos unfolding and there's so much ruin and things being destroyed, but it's like you have a lot of protection. You have a lot of protection. So you are really tapping into the fact that fear is an illusion. You are releasing denial. You're like, I've been there, I've done that, I've got the t-shirt, and I feel bad for those that are still there, but I can't change them. I can't make them see. I can't make them care more. You know, we can't always make people care more, and they will be ready for that truth when they're ready for that truth. It's like when I was in my early 20s, could nobody tell me freaking nothing. I thought I knew everything, and I was just making dumb decision after dumb decision, and I was in denial. I was in denial that I was a victim. I was in denial that I was like trapped because of myself, and I just thought like, woe is me. Everybody should feel sorry for me, duh. And now I'm like, ew, I cannot relate to that person. But we grow. We grow and we shed layers and we grow more depth. And now you guys really adapt in a different way. You take care of your body in a different way. So before, you guys could have self-medicated. You could have had different vices, and now you see what is truly medicinal for your soul. Okay? What's truly medicinal for your soul is the way that you think. Because sometimes we can shift that. It's not always easy when our brain is saying, you're in pain, you're in pain, you're in pain, be in fight or flight. But something I noticed when I got into my sobriety, I used to have a lot of health issues when I was an addict. I was like, oh my gosh, this is broken. This is broken. I have all this pain. And once I really started being knee deep into my sobriety, like really wanting to be there, I started to see I didn't have those same type of issues because I wasn't always trying to be in that pain to get more high. Does that make sense? Like, you know, when you're looking for reasons, like when I used to smoke cigarettes, I would look for a reason. Like, I'm so mad right now. So I need all of these reasons to smoke these cigarettes. So don't try me right now because I will go outside and smoke. Do you know what I mean? You guys know. And you are seeing that, okay, I got a couple of these things left that I'm dealing with. I got a couple of these vices left. I need to work out the kinks, but you've come so far. So try to be really forgiving of yourself. Give yourself some grace because you've come so far from grabbing low-hanging fruit. You've come so far from having a whole pity party, stomping on the ground, having a whole meltdown. You have more like boys with the tricksters, okay? The tricksters that you used to deal with, okay? They would get a whole moment from you. Now, you don't be giving them that, okay? You don't be giving them that, and you are really careful with what you tell your body. It matters what the brain tells the body. If you tell your body, oh my gosh, this freaking thing is happening all over again. When we are going over memories, flashbacks, certain things that have happened to us, it matters how we tell our body certain things are going on because our body thinks, oh my gosh, is this happening again? We're getting evicted again. We're having to move out again. We're out on the street again. And you're like, oh, no. We're just thinking about it. So you're really being mindful of the things that you tell yourself. You're being really mindful of what you watch, of how you're influenced, of who speaks to you, who gets to be in your vicinity, and you are really staying in your own lane. Okay, whoever I'm speaking to, you're not trying to be like, ew, I'm stuck up, so I don't want you in my lane. You're just trying to do something else. So you just don't want to deal with the mess. Okay, you really don't want to deal with the mess. You see where you've been a fool. You've seen where you've been naive. You see where you've been in denial, and you're like, I can't go back there. Okay, I can't go back there. Okay, choices. It's all about your choices right now. Everything you do and every move you make, you have a choice. You have a choice to do good. You have a choice to be combative. You have a choice to prevail. You have a choice to speak your truth, to call back your power. You have all of these choices. So prior commitments that don't work for you anymore, you're going to be seeing like, okay, anything that hasn't been really consistent in my life that makes things hard for me, I need to look at that. Okay, I need to look at that blueprint. I need to look at how things have transformed or haven't. And you are about to be rewarded for how you've been alchemizing things in your life. You are this resourceful being of love and light. Very mindful, very demure. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we get anything else for you guys. Actually, let me get this deck. Okay, so again, you guys are looking at certain things like that's not fair, but you're also going to be seeing where certain people that you've been dealing with are going to be maybe a little bit nicer. Certain narcissists that you guys have been dealing with because you've really been amping up your protection and they are seeing that there's a certain ending coming in. Say this is a terrible boss, a terrible coworker. They are starting to see that all of the stuff that they ever did, it didn't work, it was pointless, and nothing came of it. Okay, nothing came of all of that work and all of that sabotage, and somebody is finally letting go. So somebody needs to hear that. Somebody that has been dealing with that for 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 years. Yes, we are what we think, good, bad, or otherwise. I have a friend that's fighting cancer, and she knows that. She loves a good glass of wine, but she knows that when she's working out and she's moving around and making short distance travels, and she's really working on her vibration and her mindset, that she's unstoppable. Okay, you guys are constantly reprogramming the subconscious to not be sick, to not be a victim, to not be in a pity party. It's when you decide that it's too easy. It's too easy to be the victim. It's too easy to say, everybody look at me. This is why I'm upset. This is why I'm in pain. This is why I hurt. And you guys have been there. So you understand it, and you have a lot of compassion for people that do that because they're just not there yet. But anything that's inconsistent in your life has been taking a toll on you. And as everything is amplifying, as everything is kicking up, you're seeing more and more that you probably don't want to see, that you have to address. Okay, so there's 1 or 2 inconsistencies in your life, whether it's a vice, a person, a dating situation, a situationship, whatever it is. You guys are seeing like, this is not consistent in my life. Why did I sugarcoat it? Why did I gaslight myself? I need to forgive myself. I need to figure out what I'm doing. I need to get back to my integrity. I need to get back to what is going to serve me and just what won't. Okay. Heed wise counsel and listen. There's so many people right now, bestie, that you aren't giving access to, that who you need to realize is respecting you and keeping it 100. They are heeding your wise counsel. Okay. So say they're a little bit inconsistent, but they see that they're not getting the same amount of access to you. So they're going to start listening like, okay, I normally really be wasting their time running them in circles. Say it's your friend that always needs relationship advice, and you're like, you give them relationship advice all the time. And do they listen? No. But now that they don't really have the same access that they had with you, they're seeing, okay, I need to really make my questions count and how I be blowing up their phone. I really need to heed their wise counsel. Well, you guys are also doing the same. You're like, I'm not going to keep asking God for the same 50 things. I'm just going to let go. I'll get it when I get it. You know, sometimes we want justice to be expedited, especially when we're dealing with, you know, a lot of devil energy. You guys are dealing with a lot of attacks with your sacral, your root, your solar plexus, dealing with people that look for any opportunity to abuse their power, to abuse their authority, and they look for any reason to be passive aggressive. They look for any reason to feel important. They have this superiority complex, and you're like, I could not care less. Can you just, you know, move on with your life? And what else? I think that's it. Yeah, you're going to heed wise counsel and listen. You're really going to be de-influencing from people that you thought were wise. If they seem angry to you, they're going to be the first ones to go. Okay? If you guys are listening to people, remember that all of your psychic abilities are heightened right now. Everything is vibrant and loud to you. So as things are loud, you're going to be looking at the same people that you used to listen to, or that you used to really like, or that you thought it was going somewhere like, oh, I really like them, and I'm going to like, share, subscribe, and do all of these things. But now you see them differently. Sorry, guys, for the background noise. you guys see them differently now. I have a really good friend that when he went to the doctor a few weeks ago has cancer that multiplied 8 times. Today he told me it was a fluke. His own doctor saw something that wasn't real. You guys, with 50 freaking vaccines out here, don't be trusting every old thing. The pharmaceutical company, they be making money hand over fist, especially when we're sick. You feel me? So what you guys are realizing is there are, hold on guys, I'm going to touch the microphone. Thank you, Blurt Girl. We are family. Yes. You guys are going to be realizing that if the people are not making an immense effort to hear what you say, when you say, I don't think I'm sick. Okay, so you go to the doctor and you're like, I don't think I'm sick. I'm not buying that bullshit. I'm not going to take all these medications and da-da-da-da. They're like, no, but you are sick. Maybe get a second opinion, because you guys really be bending things to your will. Okay, maybe get a second opinion, because it matters what you tell your body. If you wake up every day and you're like, we're sick and we got 50 million things wrong, your body will be in fight or flight all day long. You are done being in survival mode. Okay, so you guys are constantly reprogramming the subconscious. Maybe you had a parent that did that all the time. They were like, I'm sick, I have this, I have that, so I need to take this, and that, and I'm not going to go to work, or I'm not going to do this. You realize that that alone is a job. Okay, it is a job to tell yourself that you are good. Not to be delusional, but not to add layers of different things that don't need to be wrong with you. Okay, so you're really taking stock or notice of what your intake is. Like, what am I taking in? Am I taking in too much news? That will lower your vibration so freaking fast. So make sure you guys aren't tuning into too much of TV, too much of advertisements, especially with it being an election year, especially if you guys live in the States. If you guys are seeing that certain things make you feel a certain way, disengage. Okay, whether that is an influencer's watching somebody's TikTok, whatever that is. Okay, you guys are going to disengage with people, places, and things that lower your vibration. Okay, it could be music. I watched an interview yesterday. Hold on, let me move this back. I watched an interview. Yesterday where these rappers were basically saying they got paid more to rap about certain things, and now they feel bad about it because they've been making that money hand over fist since they were a teenager. I think it was Meek Mill that was talking about it. Don't quote me on that. It was late at night when I watched it, but basically saying like they will shower you, like the media is the devil unleashed. Okay, the media is the devil unleashed. They want to tell you what to think, they want to tell you how to vaccinate, they want to tell you who to vote for, they want to tell you, and who are they? Okay, are they middle class? Are they low income? Do they need to be telling us anything? No. It's like, think about the 90s. Like, if Aerosmith or Green Day or I don't know, the Rolling Stones was like, you guys need to get vaccinated, or you need to vote for this person, you'd be like, bro, what? Go smoke another one. You know what I mean? So be really careful of what you get used to when it comes to the news, when it comes to social media. Don't get so, so comfortable, cozy, because you guys are unlocking a whole new season where all of your insights are amplified and you're seeing things differently. So you are hypersensitive to negativity and people just bitching, complaining. What do I tell you guys? A chronic complainer always needs an audience. Okay, whether it's passive aggressive or them just trying to get your attention, or just they just complain and they just don't know any other way. I know you guys work with people like that. You guys have friends like that. And then people do it all over social media. They trauma dump. So you guys are just really seeing where in every aspect of your life where you want the scales balanced. You're like, I need to not watch so much of this. I need to enjoy more quality time. I need to make sure that I stay on a certain path for your work or your love life or how you eat or how you sleep. Remember, you are embodying the moon and the sun, so you have figured out both sides of the spectrum. Okay, you guys have figured out where you fit in. Okay, yeah, Herbert, you guys already know. It is natural, it is biological for people to want to be near others, but a lot of us go into hermit mode because people don't have their shit figured out yet, and it's annoying. Okay, it is literally annoying. And then any type of gaslighting is going to be super obnoxious to you right now. The oh, I'm not doing what I said I was doing, or I'm not doing what you think I'm doing. Hold up the mirror and walk away. Okay, hold up the mirror and say, this is who you are. I don't need to say anything else. You're looking at the inconsistencies. You're looking at the people that want to act like they're your ride or die, act like they have a deep respect for you. They act like they're in it for the long haul. They're not in it for the long haul like you're in it for the long haul. So if they don't keep it a buck, if they don't have the respect on 1,000, and they don't pull it from whatever crevice of the earth like you do, rain or shine, they can fly a kite off a fucking cliff. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? So many people act like they are about that life. People that want to be in your vicinity. You are the unexplainable. So many people are like, I'm about that life. I'm a rocket till the wheels fall off. They're the first one to look for the door. They're the first one to say that they're going to replace you. They're the first one to be like, I don't need you. So don't fall for that. Know who you are. Hold up the mirror and remind them, I've been here this day, this day, this day, and this day. Let them look at how they're acting. You've proven yourself over and over and over again, where a lot of people thought you'd run for the door. They thought you'd change your zip code. They thought you'd be gone. Okay? There are so many situations where people didn't think, like David and Goliath, that you would stay at this job, that you would stay in this relationship. And they've seen the towers that have come in. Some of these people wouldn't even be able to handle. They would have been out at the first sign of crazy. So a lot of these people, these tricksters, these wolves in sheep clothing, they're like, oh my gosh, you stayed for that. You dealt with that. I could never. Okay? You expect the same level of respect in return. Okay? Say you guys are dealing with family members and they call you every name under the sun. And if you go to tell them about themselves, which is a waste of time, they go off the freaking rails. What is the point of that? Hold up the mirror. Don't engage. Because it's literally ridiculous. Until things have de-escalated. Until things are calm. Because this day, when you've said this, that, and done this, and that. And you guys are no longer dealing with gutter trash. You're not dealing with swine, goblins, Decepticons, chooches, those that pretend that they're of the light. Those that pretend that they're of God. And then do other things that God would never do. Okay? God isn't going to treat you like you're pawn scum. God isn't going to talk to you like you're pawn scum. The devil wants to make you think that God has abandoned you. They have the wrong number. Okay? Leave a message at the beep. They have the wrong number. You got to remind people who you are, because it's the people that have been in your vicinity for a while that are way too comfortable. They think that they can get away with being inconsistent or disrespectful when you're on a different regimen right now. Okay? You guys don't need people like you needed them before, and you guys are more independent, but you yearn to be connected. But some people cannot handle the way that you want to connect at the time that you want to connect, because you've got a lot of balls in the air or what's going on. So it's, you guys have, okay, I'm going to close this message out because obviously it wants to be nonsense. It's time to talk sense. If people do not want to talk sense with you, it's going to be a problem. Okay, hold on. Okay, if people do not want to talk sense, you're not going to deal with it. You are the wild card. To be on a hamster wheel, you refuse to be same-ish, different day. You're like, I refuse. Okay, so people really need to get it all the way together because, like, you're on a different planet right now. You feel me? You guys are on, there's a glitch in the matrix. You guys are on a different planet right now. You guys have new skills, advanced training, and rapid improvement coming in. You are getting grounded. You're coming home to yourself. You are also returning to reality. Like, you're not dealing with the circus. You're not dealing with the drama. So you guys got this. I'm sending you guys so much love. Don't forget to smash the, you know what, hit the bell, duh. And I think that's it. I'll see you guys in the comments or the next one. Drop your favorite affirmation, and let's see, Patreon are up next. And I think that's it. No, it's me. It's my there's a glitch in the matrix, yeah. All right, well, at least you guys got most of the message, and then hopefully you guys got some of the end. And I'm sending you guys so much love. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.